Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Tanishka's Readings. So in this episode we're going to be saying a book named Geronimo Stilton. So Geronimo Stilton is one big book. There are a lot of series in it, and this series is The Treasure of Easter Island. So let's get on with the story. There are no person who did this book. The person who did this book is a G. Stilton, because Geronimo Stilton, right? So they just named it as G. Stilton. So he's the one who created this book. So let's get on with the main thing. So the main thing is that there is a mouse called Geronimo Stilton, and he has a sister named Thea Stilton. So what happens is that Thea Stilton finds a map, and then she follows that map into Easter Island, and she gets trapped by pirates there. Yeah, and Geronimo Stilton follows the same map, and he asks many people for help, and he goes with his friends like his cousin Benjamin and many people, and and then he went to that country with another girl who helps him, who's a photographer. And over there also, when they went, they were up boarding the the helicopter, and the person who did the helicopter, the pilot, was Wild Willie. So when they got onto the airport, there was a girl named Betia inviting them, and they thought that they were just, and then Betia thought that they were just normal people who just came here to visit the Easter Island, but actually no, they were there to find Thea Stilton. And Geronimo Stilton's cousin Benjamin almost told Betia that we were there to find treasure and find Thea Stilton. And what they did is that the girl who came with Geronimo Stilton didn't say that we wanted to find everyone, but she wanted to know some details. So what she did is that she took a photo out of her pocket and showed them that she's our friend. She recently came here, and they asked, "Have you seen her?" And they said, "No, I'm sorry, she doesn't feel familiar." And they just left her. And there was a clue on that map. And that clue was actually the main thing here, because everything we needed was in that clue. Okay, so they followed that clue. Okay, so since that clue was really important, they had to remember about that clue and not forget it. And a good thing they had it in the map, and this was the clue. The clue was, find the biggest Ahu and its 15 protectors. So, in the Ahu, it's like a country, and not like a country, it's like a state. And over there are the 15 protectors of the country. You guys know these statues, right? Then they said to turn west, search for the great water that is and isn't. So they call it the great water that isn't, because when it's really dry, there's barely even a one drop of water there. And when it's rainy seasons, it's full of water. And if it's just like a normal day, there's normal of water going. So that's why they call it that way. At the end of the day, follow the sun and you'll find the 7 young explorers. So they are the one who got free. The 7 explorers, they have wanted to go to Easter Island, so they used boats to go there. So they had to find the boats and follow the boats. Next, take 7 gigantic steps to the right. So gigantic steps where you guys know the big steps where you take to go in front, and 3 warrior steps were like lunges, like crunches, like lunges and stuff. Then they said 1 baby step forward, and Benjamin, when he took the 1 small step forward, he fell straight into the hole. And that was really good because everyone had to jump inside that hole, because that's where the next clue was. The sigh of the wind will take you far away to the big black bubble. So as soon as you go there, the wind makes you float in the air and bring you to the area of the big black bubble. There the sea hides an ancient secret, the treasure of Easter Island. As soon as they went there, they saw pirates there. Then they saw Thea and a man, he's like an investigator, also trapped with her, and they were about to board her on the ship. But right before that, they remembered that they forgot to take the moi. The moi is the main thing. It's covered with gold, and it's like this, and it's also like a statue, which is really important. And Veitya said that they will regret carrying it because it's one of the biggest secrets of Easter Island. And after they saved Thea, they watched what was going to happen to them. As soon as they took the moi and put it on top of the ship started to sink because of the weight of the moi. So that is the main thing. If you guys don't know the meaning of moi, it is actually a big statue which is actually here. They make it as make it like in Easter Island, but it's actually in Mexico too. It's there till now, and Rachel said that it will be in the sea forever. Okay, because it was on the land, and after they took it, the pirates took it, and then when it sank, everyone died there, and only the moi was alive, sinking down. So it will be staying in the sea by now, if this story was true, but I don't think it's true. Okay, so this is the main thing here. So the things which I liked here are some funny things, like over here, since they are everyone here were mouses, they included some cheese stuff like holy mozzarella. Like if you guys don't know the meaning of mozzarella is also a type of cheese. Okay, so mozzarella, they used to be like, and then fabulous, they say fabumouse. So they use something related to mouses like here and there, and the words here are really cool because some words, not important words, like really like powerful words and stuff, they want to make it more attractive. So what they do is that they add some really different calligraphications, like really different writings on them. Okay, so this is what I loved, and the thing which I disliked here is that there were no contents page, and there were no index page in here too, so that's what disappointed me. Even though there were no index page, it's fine, but there were no contents page to tell us how many chapters were there and what chapters were on each page. For example, if someone just reads one chapter and then they close the book and then they have no bookmark, and maybe they can search that where is, like when they search for that name, they'll be like, oh, it's this one, and then they will turn to the page and then they can go and read that. But there's none of this, and I searched in the book and there's none. So out of 10, I'll give this book a rating of 8. It's really good, and I for sure will read another Geronimo Stilton book and tell you guys another about it. So that's it for this book, and I'll tell you guys from what age to what age. I don't care, but every single age can read this book. No joke, but after 20 years old, I don't think it will be like a usefulness to read this book, but from the age of 5, the age which you can start reading, from that age till 20 you can read this book. Like, everything is really good in this book, okay? So now I know you guys might be eager to see that. What do you mean by this saying that the words are written differently and stuff? Well, I'll show it to you guys right now. So this is one of the chapters. As you guys can see, gaze, instruments. You guys see those words? They're in really different calligraphy. And the colors are really different, as you guys can see. And in every single page, you will see them. So you guys can see the Daredevil, Twisted, Fight More, Roar, Beg, Bubbly, Kindness, they're sick. Yeah, those are also there. So that's it for this book. See you guys next time. Peace.